I'm just so honored to be here and for Joanne and her amazing team with this great vision of creating spaces for women of color to be an intricate role and part of the beauty industry, right? She's opening up so many doors, creating so many jobs, putting lots of money in people's pockets, right? And she's an ecosystem builder, she's a community builder, and we're going to continue to support her, and looking forward to the 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th and 1000th beauty suite all across Earth. So we appreciate you, we thank you, and we salute you.
I'm so thrilled to be here and see all this incredible energy, creativity, and commitment. The incredible creativity here and the incredible drive is just so great that this has landed, that your effort has landed here on Willoughby Street. And I want to assure you that us in the downtown Brooklyn area will be doing everything we can to support everything. And I am just thrilled to learn more and more about this, not just the beauty, but the wellness and creativity. So thank you so much for this commitment, and we look forward to this site thriving.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Councilmember Farrah Lewis. I represent the 45th Council District. I know this is not the 45th, but I am a very, very good friend of Joanne and Keith and Kalila. I just made a new friend today with Regina, Jeff Lindor, Ray DeJean. I'm so excited to be here. NYBeauty Suites is the next generation, the next way we need to go in providing business support to our community in different ways. So I'm really excited about seeing thriving businesses thriving here, downtown Brooklyn, and Prospect Lefferts Gardens. I think you're going to be all over New York City. I don't think this is one-stop shop, but I want you all to say this word with me: perseverance. Perseverance. If you decide that you want to get into business, there is hardships, there's circumstances, there's hard times. But as long as you do it with integrity and with grit and with all your might and all your passion, you will win. You will thrive. You will soar. So I want to leave those words with you, Joanne, because you're opening doors for so many small businesses that will thrive and become really, really big businesses in the future. So I look forward to continuing to support you and all the businesses here. Everybody, please come and get a service from some of the businesses here, and we'll continue to support you in your endeavor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. First, I want to say thank you to all my amazing team that are here that actually put this amazing event together, all my supporter, all my collaborator. But I know a lot of you guys don't know me, but I just want to share my story a little bit, how this got started, so you guys could understand that there is hope, there is opportunity, there's a lot of us that are willing to help, there's a lot of us that actually, you know, in this new economy, we are creating what we call now, this is like what we call community care. You know, you guys are new breed during the pandemic. I'll tell you guys a story. So during the pandemic, my niece actually was a hairstylist. She came to me and she was looking for a space. And she came, she said to me, I'm looking for space, you know, all the stylists, a lot of the beautypreneurs, there's no solution and no one really talking about a solution for them. And at that time, I went to a landlord and he had extra space in the Flatbush location. It was about like 2,000 square footage. And I was like, I pitched to him that I'm looking for a space to launch a palette. And as you guys know, you guys all know about WeWork, you know, at that time, a lot of landlords didn't want to hear anything about share space because a lot of the share space, you know, market was not being successful. But I pitched him, I said, I have an amazing community, I think this will work, and this doesn't work, you know, I'm sure, like, you know, we could flip it. And he said, okay, John, I'll give you a chance, and, you know, let's test it out. So from testing it out now, he become a partner, a real estate partner. So that's how I was able to get the space, the second location here. When I found about this location, I said, well, I want to kind of test it out here. And of course, a lot of people was coming to me, said to me, you know, Joanne, you know, you're a black woman, you know, you're bringing these young girls to downtown Brooklyn, you know, you're going to have a lot of issue. And I said, well, you know, they deserve to be in a space to compete just like everyone else, you know.
That's right. Yeah.
So, again, I reached out to a few investors, a few partners, collaborators. I talked to Jeff Lindor. I called a lot of my contacts. They advised me. They said, Joanne, I'm with you. So the landlord gave me 3 floors, you know. So it was this floor, the 6th and the 7th floor. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with, you know, this is a lot of money. So I reached out, I sent out an email. You know, that's with Natasha. A lot of you guys actually responds to the call, say, Joanne, I'm looking for space, we're looking to build, because of the pandemic, a lot of us have been affected. There's really no place for us to go. And these are the girls that I call, they're my backers. They're my investors in a way, because they believe in the idea. As you can see, the space just starting out. They come here without anything. They build out everything from scratch. So from that time, that's when Jeff Lindor, he didn't say much of his story, but we have an amazing black men social club here. So he came, he was asking me, with the space he moved here. I'm so happy because now I could share, that's his TV in here, so we could just share stuff. It's just really not easy. I know a lot of you guys during the pandemic, a lot of the call, a lot of the cry, a lot of the stress, and I'm hoping this is it for you guys to see that there is hope. This is a space that was built in regards to collaboration. I'm collaborating, I'm partnering with a lot of amazing entrepreneurs with Ray. Ray is actually a comedian that I'm partnering with him with the podcast. Where's Francesca? Oh, okay. I have a photography studio here, so everything that's being built here is all about community, and you guys are putting it together. It's not only for me. It's each and every one of you guys who are sharing it, each and every one of you guys who are telling friends about it, and that's making this successful. So I'm hoping this will be a model of the future with landlords, small business, creator come together and change the whole world together, like my friend Jeff just said. And of course, we have, when I started, I really didn't know. I don't know too much about the beauty and wellness industry. But of course, I was like, what am I going to do, So I have my great friend, Karen, which that's her work you guys going to see here. She was like, well, Joanne, I'll come and help you. I live not too far from Willoughby. And it's just like a lot of the phone calls, so many of you guys, and I know I haven't kind of emails and reach out to some of you guys, but I really thank you guys, and I'm hoping that you guys are inspired by all the amazing experience that you guys see today, and there is hope. And I thank in each and every one of you guys for coming here, and this is the future. This is the future model of community, a community collaborator, and that's how you guys could survive. And I'm hoping this is an opportunity for the world to see that we together, our community, could come together and be successful.
1, 2, 3.
I'm Kalila Webster. I'm right here at NYBeauty Suites, and we are so excited for the grand opening of the second location. We're excited to have you.
Grateful to be here. You're a powerhouse
Oh, no.
entrepreneurship and MWBE, so I'm very happy to see you.
Listen, I'm always happy to see you, and you're always supporting initiatives and things that have to do with women in business. So what does it mean to be here today celebrating the second location of NYBeauty Suites?
So it's definitely a historical moment for MWBEs in Brooklyn. We have young people that are coming together collaboratively to show a different way of modern economics and how to do business. So I'm very happy to see everyone coming together, collaborating, but providing a service, whether it be mental health, natural hair treatments, or just having accessories and clothing. It's an opportunity to bring people together. So I think this is a new wave, and I look forward to seeing it expand more and thrive.
What would you like to tell our audience today? Just anything about just what the changes that's happening, the landscape of New York, especially Brooklyn. What can we look forward to as moving forward as far as with the city?
Well, with the city of New York right now, our goal is to support small businesses. But most importantly, I think my goal now after coming here today is to champion making wellness industries and beauty industries essential. We have to get the support and the resources we need for our local businesses. So this is an opportunity to give back a resource that's not here. And I look forward to supporting this collaborative. And I think the whole city of New York, come down and get a service from one of the business owners.
Well, we definitely support you, Councilwoman. We definitely support everything that you're doing. You've been a major staple in all the collaborative efforts that's been going on here in Brooklyn and throughout the city. So thank you so much for everything. So I am standing here with the fabulous, the wonderful, the entrepreneur, the forward thinker, Jeff Lindor, from the Gentleman Factory. Thank you very much for being here. You're Yes, this is great. This is great. You got a chance to know Joanne a lot. You have those conversations, and she's been able to dream with you, right? Tell us a little bit about her dreams and your dreams as well. And looking at the fruition, of your dreams. How do you feel about that?
Well, one, I'm just so honored just to see the dreams that Joanne and I have, being displayed here today, right? She would always talk to me about the beauty suite and the vision, and and she helps me with my goals and my vision. So, it's always great that if you have a vision and you're able to facilitate it and out into the world so that people could benefit from it, that's true entrepreneurship, right?
That's absolutely entrepreneurship. So to also tell us about, you also have a space here in this exact same building, your second location. And I was able to be there last week, so I am actually marveled at the space. You guys are doing amazing things. So tell us, what do we have to look forward to with the Gentleman Factory?
Well, thank you again. And then Joanne played an intricate role in helping us get the space upstairs, and which we're going to call this the Productivity Lab, right? So it's the Gentleman's Factory Productivity Lab, where during the day it's a co-working space where gentlemen can meet their clients and meet with each other, etc. There's a classroom where we're going to be hosting so many different workshops and seminars, etc. So there's just really a powerful community where it's lifelong learning, right? And we're building as a collective instead of being in isolation.
Is there one thing that you can leave off with our entrepreneurs that's watching this? What would that advice be? What would that one thing that you would leave for future entrepreneurs that's looking to be in the space that you're in or doing what you're doing?
Well, what I would tell entrepreneurs is not to have bad days, but just have bad moments. Right? Because if you were to let that moment overcome your day as an entrepreneur, then you're ruined, right? But there's ebbs and flows in entrepreneurship, and you take that moment, take a deep breath, pray about it or breathe, right? And keep moving on. Gentleman's Factory's handle is at Gentleman's Factory, so you spell that with a MENS for Gentlemen's Factory. And my personal handle is Mr. Community, so that's MR Community NYC.
Hello, this is Kalila. I am back again, and I am so excited to have here the founder, the creator, the visionary for NYBeauty Suites. I'm excited to have her here, and I'm excited to get a chance to talk to her because she is the vision behind this whole entire ecosystem, this community that you're building. So we're excited. This is Joanne.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I want to jump right in here because this is a major project, and your story and your background is so important. It's so key for us to understand where this actually came from, and I want you to kind of tell your story.
I had a family member who was looking for space during the pandemic. As you guys know, a lot of the stores, a lot of beauty storefront was shutting down, and that particular industry was considered non-essential, so a lot of the girls was working from home. So when she came to me, she told me, I'm looking for space, and you have, is there any way you could think about, helping some of the beautypreneurs that she knows of, and I was like, wait a minute, and I was like thinking. So at that time, I saw a space that was available at Brooklyn Common. It was about like 2,000 square footage. Mm-hmm. So the little light bulb came on. I was like, oh, okay. But I was still kind of, very in fear because a lot of the space shutting down. There was nothing happening that time. So I was like, I'll take a chance. I went to the landlord. I was like, can I lease this? It's 2,000 square footage. I want to turn it to, a space for, the salon, the hairstylist, the beautypreneur that was displaced during the pandemic. And then he was like, Joanne, this industry is shutting down. Everything was shutting down. But he take a chance. He was like, okay, I'll give you the space. And then I had about 6 suites. I was like, let me do a pilot. I kind of convert it to build 6 suites. Mm-hmm. And I put the word out. And then within a month, I had 40 people in the wait list.
40 people.
And it was bunker because I was like, wait a minute. And to be honest with you, Khalil, it still feels so unreal for me in my head. And not only that I didn't know about the beauty, I'm not a stylist, so I didn't know where to contact them. But once you put the word out, word of mouth, they were telling their friend. And then with Shantini, came in. At that time, a lot of the girls, they all like moms. They're like, I'm looking for a space. And especially around the time a lot of the social injustice was happening, a lot of people was feeling like hurt, and they needed a space to kind of rebuild.
Right.
So, and that's how the whole New York Beauty Suite got started.
You're also in this real estate business, you're holding leases and spaces, and you're able to kind of tell us a little bit about being in real estate business and what you see in that.
I kind of stumble into that also. I'm in the real estate in the flexible share space model, short-term lease model. Again, when probably like 6 years ago, when booking comment, I was like, I saw the space, I saw the sign say, share space. I was like, what is that space, And every time I stop at the train station at Prospect Park, every time I get off at Prospect Park, I was like, I saw this. I'm like, oh, let me go in there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, at that time, they had like just phase one, probably like less than 10 office. They didn't even build out the whole thing. Right. And I walked in there, I was like, I'm here, to kind of like learn a little bit about the space. And then the girls, when you open a new business, they wasn't returning my call. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm gonna go in there. And then I went in there, and I was like, there you guys go. You guys just stop into the neighborhood, just building out. You guys not returning no phone call. You guys just, who owned this place? And then at that time, the owner, the president, the developer who came, he was like, well, the girls, I'm going to let you talk to the landlord. Mm-hmm. I was like, I need to talk to the landlord, because every time there's those new development that come in, we the last one to know.
Hello.
And then I walked in there, and then he was like, well, what is it that you do? And I was like, well, I'm looking to network, have a networking event with my friend. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, okay, no problem. He showed me the room, and he says, he said the price, and he was like, okay, you could talk. And I was like, I'm not going to pay for it. Me and him always joke about that now. It's like you thought I'm so privileged. Like, I'm not going to pay for that. Right. He said, what do you mean you're not going to pay for that? For him, it was like, how dare you not going to pay?
Like, this is
my business. You tell me you're not going to pay for it. I was like, no, I'm not going to pay for it, because, I have, like, you haven't did a launch. Nobody in the community know about it. And he said, well, what do you mean by that? And he was like, I said, well, when you're opening a business, it's good so people could know about it, so everybody have a share opportunity to compete, to know what's going on.
Right.
And then that's how the whole thing started. And then he was like, well, why don't you come work for me? I was like, so the whole thing is, I went to the space, but he's just amazing soul. Right. Me and him, like, we partner now, and it was just an amazing opportunity. From there, we started building. We add the event space, we add the second location, and then I started running and managing the space, inviting everybody from the community, the small business community. Mm-hmm. It's just, that's how I got into this, the flexible, flex short term. It's pretty much like the flex short term, which is like a model that's different from the commercial, the full commercial thing. So that's how I got into it.
What do you want entrepreneurs to know when they come and they step into this space? What do you want them to know?
So this space, for me, how I'm looking at it, is really like a space. I really want this model to be like, when they're looking at it as together as one, because that's what it means. So this is me coming, meeting with a developer, the landlord, collaborator with different entrepreneurs. When they step into the space, I want them to know everything is possible, because a lot of time when I'm talking to a lot of the girls, they're not exposed to to a lot of resources. So therefore, they're limited to what they think they can do. Mm-hmm. So this is an opportunity to be like, hey, it is possible. When they enter into the space, I want them to feel like there is other entrepreneur here, there is other organization that's willing to help, there is other entrepreneur that's willing to open to collaborate. That's something that's big in our community. Mm-hmm. We have very fear of each other. It's like, I don't want to work with such and such, because I don't know, they probably have been hurt. But I think this is a chance, because of COVID, to restart and re kind of thinking a new way of working together. There's a lot of people in the community and other community that do work together. But this is like, this is a space for them to learn and to feel
comfortable to kind of like learn how to trust. I want them to trust each other, to be like, okay, I'm here, I could knock on somebody else's door to kind of collaborate, to network, to do different kind of development. That's how we're gonna win. Right now, we in this space here, we have a photography studio, we have a podcast studio. As you guys know, the world is in, 2022, the whole metaverse world.
Metaverse, yes, it's huge.
We have a lot of content, so when the girls are coming here, it's more than that, you know. In the space right now, you have space that range from 96 square footage all the way to 400. So it's beauty and wellness, because that's the industry that I was building and outreach to, because helping them find space. But again, you have the content, you know, once you do your hair, your nails, your makeup, picture,
video, content,
conversation, and then you have the podcast. You know, everything in content is big. Digital is big, so it will be a combination between the hybrid, the digital world and the physical world mixed together with amazing beauty and brains that coming together to work and build a community as one.
Speaking to someone earlier today, and they said it's like Black Wall Street, starting all over again. Yes, my mom did actually. She's like, it's like Black Wall Street walking through here. Everyone has their business, right? And you know, so I think this is like history coming, to fruition, coming back again, so that we can have something that we can leave a legacy for our kids and be able to build community. So, where are you located? So, just in case some people, and then also, where can people find you as far as not in the metaverse yet, but in the physical and also in the digital?
Okay, so we have two locations: 495 Flatbush Avenue. This right here, that the ribbon cutting is at 81 Willoughby Street, and of course online, www.nybeautysuite.com, or the social media platform at nybeautysuite.com, and that's where they could find us. And we're putting together a lot of amazing networking events, a lot of workshops. We have something coming up in March.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
Yes. So they can find us, in the physical at these two locations.
Hi, I'm Kalila Webster, and I am sitting down here with the wonderful Karen, Hair by Karen. Yes, thank you so much for being here. We are celebrating this monumental experience that we're having here at NYBeauty Suites. This is the second location. Yes, it is. Right. So, and you've been a part of the second location since the inception, since the beginning, correct?
Well, actually, since about October, I moved in, did my exhibition, and kind of did a soft launch on Halloween, because I was there like, let me hurry up and get it done. When Joanna asked me like, hey, Karen, could you put this stuff in your in the window? I was like, sure, because I initially thought it was like the first location at was 495 Flatbush, but then she was like, no, I got a new location. And I'm like, where? She's like, downtown. I'm like, downtown where? And she was like, Willoughby. I'm like, where in Willoughby? Because I live near it. So I was just there like, oh, did God just like have her create this space where I can literally come? So yes, I've been here since then. November, I kind of joined the team to help out with like the events and creating an experience here. So yeah.
This is absolutely amazing, but let's get into the real reason I need to talk to you, because I am, not only you are Hair by Karen, and you're doing wonderful things as far as you started out as a cosmetologist, braiding hair and teaching other people how to braid hair so it's not painlessly, right? So that's amazing. But then you transitioned and you pivoted, and if you can actually look at exactly what I am wearing right here. I am wearing a design by Karen, and it's all braids.
Yeah, you never fully dressed without a braid. So I mean, when I started it was just kind of like I had all this extra hair in my house that I was not going to use. Like it was like hair I could just throw away. Instead of that, like I was just like, let me try creating a bikini bra. I don't know why. I just was like, I did, but it wasn't functional. No one could wear that. So then my goal was to create something that's functional, that is art, that is dope, and it was with a tool that I've been doing since I was 11. Like hair, I've always been the braider. So in 2014, I had started. By 2019, I had like picked it up again and just kind of like ran with it, and now I'm here.
This is amazing. And then when you asked me to wear your clothes, I was just like, I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, of course, because I came and I got a chance to see all of your beautiful styles that you have, and it's absolutely amazing. It takes time. How many hours does it take you to create a piece?
It depends on what pieces, because I've done masks, bras, bags, remix pieces with, regular clothes, and then I add the braids to it. This took me 3.5 weeks because it is 4 layers. The belt took me about 5 days, and then there's the dress under you took about 7 days. So my longest piece that took me the longest was 30 days, and that was the backdrop. But yeah, like I just got tired of like doing people hair and then just you cut it out and you throw it away. Like I'm like that's art right there. So.
Right, absolutely. It's very creative. So where do you see yourself down the road in the future with your brand and all of the creativity that you add to it? And where do you see the future of NYBeauty Suites as well?
I definitely see myself taking completely off. Like because of NYBeauty Suite, there's people who just like come in the space and then they come to me like, what? Like, so I've had like different people who want to partner with different things. So from I got some, definitely NFTs, definitely. So that's one of the big things that I want to get into with creating my art for that metaverse. And just making a museum, behind all my stuff so people can see it and come to it so they can educate themselves on how braids connect all of us around the world. And with NYBeauty Suites, I see it taking off. I see multiple locations happening. And I see a lot of people getting behind it because it is answering a big problem for a lot of people who were deemed non-essential. So.
Yes, I love the way you put that. And you know what? I definitely see it going places. Like this is something that I would like, when Beyonce did her last, big video with, I believe with was it The Lion King?
It was Black is King.
Black is King, right. And like something like this, like I would see like you creating something for her. I'm putting it out there because I know as soon as she sees it or a stylist that she works with sees it, I'm telling you, they're gonna snatch it up because this is dope. And thank you so much for your contribution and everything that you're doing. I wish you utmost success with this. And, I know you're gonna go far. So thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you so much for having me, Kalila. And I'm pretty sure your dad is like one of my biggest fans. So yeah, so I was like, I definitely had to put you in my pieces because he's like supportive. So everybody here, I want to say thank you. Thank you to Joanne, to the NYBeauty Suites team.
So Karen, where can we find you at? Where can anyone that's out there, where can they get you? What's your social media handles?
So you can find me, Hair by Karen, Karyne, don't forget the E. You'll find me there. I'm transitioning my name to, it's actually Curated. In Creole, in English, it is House of Braids. And then you can find me on www.hairbyKaren.com.
So now I'm here with Emanuela Doroska with the Curly Code. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Likewise. You are gorgeous. Your hair is like flawless. Curls are popping. I love it. So thank you for being a part of NYBeauty Suites. Tell us, how did you come about? How did you find out about NYBeauty Suites?
We actually had an event at Brooklyn Commons, and we stayed connected, and they told us about NYBeauty Suites 1, and we wanted to be a part of that. And then now we have this new space, and we definitely wanted to be a part of this program too.
That's great. So tell everyone about Curly Code. Tell us about that, and tell us, how did you get started with that, and why is that such a mission for you?
So the Curly Code is a natural hair club based here in Brooklyn for 13 to 19-year-old Black women, helping them to learn and love their hair. I went natural in college. I had an amazing journey. love playing with products. I started teaching at a local charter school and realized that that was not the journey for every Black girl. And I was like, oh no, we got to get you together, right? And so I think that they lack the confidence, the access, and also the resources. And so we created a very safe space for them to learn about their hair, and because we believe that once they learn how to do it, they're going to fall in love with it. And so we have partnered with great brands like Conair, Fakai, Olaplex to give them the product that they need to take care of the hair that they have, not the hair that they want. And so we have quarterly programmings all throughout the city. We've had some in salons, we've had some at Brooklyn Commons, and we just give them a space to ask questions that they're not comfortable asking in other places. The one thing that we pride ourselves on is that we have a very safe space for Black girls to be a Black girl. And it's okay if you don't love your curls. And it's okay if your edges don't lay. Mine don't lay either. And so they leave there with the confidence to at least try. Right? We are not here to police how Black girls wear their hair. Our mission is for them to take care of their hair and their scalp. How they wear it is up to them, as long as that style does not damage their scalp and their hair follicle.
Right now, the curly, hair is in, and everyone is embracing their hair. I have a 10-year-old daughter, so I totally understand her hair is natural, and she embraces her curls. I know at times, sometimes she's like, Ma, I don't want you to wear it, but underneath my weaves and my wigs are my natural hair. She gets a chance to see that too. Are you looking to have programs for under the age of 13 as well? Do you start? You said you're 13 to 19. Are you doing anything younger?
At this time, we're not. My academy is high school. I'm a high school educator, and so I kind of stay in my lane. At some point, we are going to open it up, but for 2022, no.
And you said you partner with different products and things of that nature. Are the girls getting a chance maybe learning about products and maybe creating their own products? Do you teach them about that as well?
We don't promote DIY hair care for a number of reasons, because there's a lot of elements when it comes to hair chemistry that they can't control, right? And so we actually promote that they should just use products on the shelf, because that's actually created for your hair. People love, DIY hair mask, and they have their place, but the things to keep in mind is that your hair doesn't have enzymes, right? Your hair doesn't have saliva, your hair doesn't have teeth, and so your hair is not going to break down an avocado the same way that your teeth and your body would. And so we say, eat the avocado and buy some shampoo, right? And so we partnered, this particular event, we partnered with Fakai, and Fakai gave us their new Shea Butter line. And so we're going to have an opportunity after the scavenger hunt to walk them through the entire line. We're going to send them a post-event survey to ask them, hey, did you use the product? How do you like it? And girls are very honest. They're like, it made my hair dry, right? And I respond to them and say, what happened? How did you use it? And we kind of help them self-correct to make sure that they're actually using the product the way it's meant to be used, so that they can get the best results.
I wish I had something like this when I was in high school. Why did I have it? I didn't have you. That's what I needed. So where can we find out more about your program and about the clubs? How can we reach out to you? Do your social media handle, things of that nature?
Everything is The Curly Code. You can find us on TikTok. That's where I'm doing my hair. You're going to see the creation of this beautiful style. It's a simple twist out. We're on Instagram, and it's also www.thecurlycode.com. We have merchandise that we sell to kind of raise money. We do not charge the students at all. We don't want to create another barrier, right? We don't want to create another challenge. And so we do all the programming for free. They leave with $200, $300, $400 worth of product and tools to start their natural hair journey. And as long as we can, we're trying not to charge them. And so we do sell merchandise on the side to kind of help alleviate the cost of programming.
Yes, so you are back with myself, with me, Kalila Webster, and I am sitting here with the wonderful Monique Marshall from Black to Business. Hello, Monique.
Hi, lovely.
Isn't she gorgeous? She's just gorgeous. So listen, okay, so you have to tell me everything about your podcast, and you also have to talk to me about how did you get connected with NYBeauty Suites?
Black to Business podcast is basically an educational podcast for aspiring Black entrepreneurs, and the goal of the podcast is very actionable. We have different experts in the community who are leaders, who are business owners, and they come on and essentially talk about their area of expertise. So it's focused on aspiring entrepreneurs and current entrepreneurs entrepreneurs, helping them grow their businesses. And I've known Joanne for years. We started in the Brooklyn Public Library. We were meeting every week almost. And she's been talking about growing. So when she started NYBeauty Suites, she came and she said, hey, Monique, you need to come check out the spot. And since then, we have made sure that Black to Business was involved in some capacity in myself. So I've been knowing Joanne for years.
This is amazing. I love the concept of community that she embodies when it comes to working with women entrepreneurs. She creates this ecosystem that is just, it's something that we need. It sets the tone, and it also sets the foundation. So this is amazing. Where do you see your podcast going? And in the future, like what's the upcoming next couple months? What does that look like?
Yeah, so honestly, Kalila, I would say last night I was just thinking about this. I was just last month on my podcast, doing my podcast from a computer. And since I've connected with Joanne and Ray, it's just been, we need to level up. So it's really been helping me think about the vision and the things I want to do with Black to Business. I've been meeting so many amazing people in the space and just in the community. So I really see us just reaching a different market, expanding even more. Aspiring entrepreneurs is who we focus on now, but I see us being able to access, those entrepreneurs who've been in business for years. So, and also repurposing the content into bringing maybe a show in person. Right now, it's just virtual. So that's where I see it now.
So what would you leave off to aspiring women who wants to be in your position in the next couple of years, is looking to be a podcaster? What would you say to them?
I would say I've been doing Black to Business podcast since 2018. I took a break and then I came back, and now we're doing it every week. But I would say if I could give any advice, it would be to be consistent. Like show up for your audience every week. Really build that that trust, that know factor, and they're knowing that you're going to be there for them, and then they're going to vouch for you and spread the word. So I would say just be consistent and know that your race is your own, and just focus on your own race with blinders on.
What's your Instagram? Where can the world follow you and find you?
Yeah, so you all can find me at Black to Business, BLACKTO Business, the Black to Business podcast, and also my personal Instagram and social media is Monique T. Marshall.
So we are back here again, and I have an amazing woman that I'm sitting here with. Her name is Natasha Gaspard. Yes, and she is with Main Moves. Natasha inspires Black women worldwide to embrace their natural hair, beauty, and brilliance. You are amazing. You are dope. Let me just tell you that off the back, okay? I see you move around, doing a wonderful thing. So tell us about your brand and your mission and your goal for Black women to embrace themselves, everything about themselves. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So Main Moves Media is a production company, but it's also a network, right? And so I wanted to create content that represented us in our full beauty and our brilliance, right? And so a lot of the times the conversation around natural hair had to do with, it being, hard to deal with, difficult to manage, just a frustrating experience that women had. But I knew that natural hair was a gateway into really for women to find out who they are and a way for them to tap into their internal power, right? And so I focus on the narrative. I focus on bridging the gap between natural hair and the psychological, the social, the political, and even the economic aspects of natural hair. So I kind of talk about it in its totality, and I want women to really think about themselves as a whole person and how natural hair fits into every part of their lives.
I love that. I love the fact that you have these conversations, right? And you do a deeper dive into just finding out like the true essence of who we are, and I love the fact that you do that through media, because that's the only way right now to tell our story, so that's amazing. How did you get connected here with NYBeauty Suites?
Okay, well, first of all, I have shout out to Joanne Briere and Karen, right? And so Joanne, Main Move Studios is launching, right? So I'm launching Main Move Studios. So I'm working with natural hair professionals because for a long time the conversation has been DIY, right? But the education has been missing. And I knew that there were people out there who had the education, who studied natural hair for years. And so I partnered with Diane C. Bailey, who I've been working with for years. And she is an educator at her core. Basically, what I'm doing is offering hairstylists an opportunity to connect with their audience through media, through telling their story. You want to know whose hands up in your hair. You want to understand what their philosophy. Yeah, you want to know how natural hair is a part of their lives, right? And you want to see their work, right? So we're helping natural hair professionals create their video portfolios. So that's what Main Move Studios is. But here at the space, I wanted to actually create classes. So we launched today actually, our Next Level Naturals, hands-on community classes. I need to be there. Yeah. So for anyone who is struggling with their hair, who have a lot of questions, you may have been natural for years and you still have no clue what to do, this is a workshop for you. It's an all-day class. Diane is the instructor. I'll be there, like I said, bridging the gap, making the connections between the psychological, the social, the political, and just having a deeper conversation about why don't we know how to do our hair? Yeah. Right? Have you ever questioned that?
I question it all the time because I just give up. Basically, and then and I put in a weave, I put in a wig. So I haven't really embraced totally, and I've had moments, but it's a lot of work.
I returned to my natural hair in 2001. Okay. So there wasn't even YouTube. YouTube wasn't even.
We didn't have YouTube, we didn't have anything. So when I cut off all my hair, after I got married, I had a short, fro and I was doing it, but then I didn't have anything. That was in 2005. And then I had several times where, I went back and forth.
Yes.
And then to be honest with you, I know my mom is here with her, but she really didn't really show us how to really take care of our hair. Exactly. So the education part that you're providing is important because it's been missing all these years.
It has. And so you will be in a class, you will be immersed, okay? So not only are we're going to talk about hair history, we're going to talk about culture. We're actually going to dive in and you are going to have your own products in your own station and you are going to be doing your hair.
Are you offering this to the younger girls? Because I think that's also important too.
Absolutely, we will. Okay. But right now it's for the adults. Those who are mothers, you know what I mean, or aunties who have young people in their lives, we pass this information down. So it's good for us to, fill ourselves up with the knowledge and then pass it on. Because really what we're doing is creating a new narrative around natural hair. And that has to do with media, right? We've had a narrative around our hair for so long that we actually didn't even create, right? And so now it's time for us to really take our power back and to learn about ourselves, know about ourselves, and then tell our own story. Tickets are on sale right now. There's an early bird special, until February 3rd. And so you can sign up right now on the Eventbrite, which is nextlevelnaturals.eventbrite.com. And we also have the Main Move Studios, which will be launching. So anyone who's interested, any natural hair care professionals who are interested in leveling up their brand in 2022, you want to hit up Main Moves Media. Because we're going to work with you. Yes, my handle is Main Moves, MANEMOVES. Okay. Yeah.
Great. I'm looking forward to taking the classes and everything like that. And congratulations to you. I love to see you do your thing. So we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
My name is Samantha Frank. I'm the owner of the Amlet Ferry. I have a suite based out of Brooklyn Beauty Suites over in Flatbush. My job is I sell crystals. I make a lot of handmade products such as soaps. I put together a bunch of tea blends as well as some sage bundles that I also put together. I started in January of 2019, so this makes officially 3 years since we've been in business. I operate as a wellness company, so my job is I also educate students and just youth about the importance of mental health. We also just kind of destigmatize it and just show them natural ways to kind of heal that, or just like really tap into different types of sensory healing. Like having a space like this was monumental for my business because it was able to get me a chance for people to come in and just kind of see the vision. I used to be selling out of my backpack or just at like pop-up markets. I feel for me it really just kind of expanded just the programming, just being able to have people come into the space to make candles, whether they're putting together sage bundles and just practicing just natural ways of healing. What you see here is I wrapped some sage bundles mixed in with a lot of different herbs. A lot of the herbs are good for just kind of clearing stagnant energy. One thing about my business is I like to combine the idea of productivity and mental health because I believe that when you're feeling your best, you are most productive. So I try to make products geared towards that. Right, what we have is like white sage mixed in with lavender because most people don't know that lavender is really good for like happiness and inviting friendly energy to your space. We sell Palo Santo, and Palo Santo is also really good for like creativity and just kind of jump starting your projects. I also create like floor washes. These are some of my candle holders that I make from scratch as well. So we make a lot of products and we make them with love and a lot of intention and in small batches. So those are just natural decorative pieces that you can add to maybe your workspace, maybe a desk and things like that. And what you do is you kind of get the energy of those crystals, kind of help jumpstart your productivity and kind of stimulate that creativity you're looking for. That was actually made from an artist that I know, and it's handmade piece. It's actually charged to a certain frequency. It's made of amethyst and wrapped in copper. So it's really, really a beautiful artsy piece. I feel like it's definitely a one-of-a-kind piece. That is really considered an amulet in the sense that it is protected for its wearer. My name is Samantha. You can follow me at the Amulet Fairy on Instagram. I also have a TikTok, the Amulet Fairy as well. And you can also visit us at NYBeauty Suites in Flatbush.
Hi guys, my name is Candace and I'm the owner of Blush Velvet Boutique. So we are a curated vintage and accessory boutique. We have a little bit of everything. Our motto is affordable luxuries, all things luxe and lavish. You guys could reach us online at www.shopblushvelvet.com and also on Instagram at shopblushvelvet. We're a curated accessory and vintage boutique. So we have statement pocketbooks, brooches, headbands. All of our pieces are sterling silver, stainless steel, tarnish free, so no turning, last a lifetime. We're into fun pieces and just looking and feeling good on a budget.
So I am excited once again. We are here at NYBeauty Suites, the ribbon cutting, grand opening, second location. I'm just still excited and I cannot wait to talk to our next person that we're going to talk to, V on Glam. Tell me a little bit about V on Glam and the things that you offer here at NYBeauty Suites.
Well, I started waxing probably in 2015 after I had my daughter. It was really tricky finding work with like a set schedule coming from a salon. I used to work for a celebrity hairstylist. I needed something a little bit more structured, and a family member recommended European Wax Center. So I worked there for a while, and I always wanted to branch out and do my own thing. So a couple years ago, I left the company and I started off. I was in Ohio for a little bit and I just moved back to Brooklyn. I'm originally from Brooklyn. I just moved back a couple months ago and I was scouting for a place and I stumbled across NYBeauty Suites. So
how amazing!
Just reeled me in, and here I am. I really enjoy having my own space. I like to not have that overhead because we're artists, so we're free spirited, most of us. I do offer vajacials as well, included with my full body waxing. If you don't know what a vajacial is, it's a facial for the vaginal region. It helps the skin to be prettier. So I want to focus on that. I might start offering more services like makeup and so forth.
I love the fact that Joanne was able to get you in here, part of the community, part of this ecosystem that we're building. So that's great. How has the support of Joanne and her team been for you?
They have been very helpful, especially with me talking more to people. I do struggle with that a little bit. So they're like, V, you can do it. You're going to do this. You got to get yourself out there. So they really do help support. We're like a little family, I guess. Like, they're really supportive.
How can our viewers get a chance to follow you and know about your services?
Yeah, so my Instagram and my TikTok are V on Glam, VEEONGLAM, on both TikTok and Instagram. My website is vonglam.com. Facebook as well, facebook.com/vonglam.
I am sitting here with Peggy and Rashidi Denson. It is the Densons. They just told me they have a show. Maybe in the future. I'm putting it out there. You never know.
We are ready for it.
Yes, I know you are. So please tell us a little bit about what you guys do and how have you contributed to this all happening as well. Because I know when I met you, you were involved, but I also want to know a little bit about what you guys do together.
So our connection is that basically we are the owners of PMD Advanced Consulting. And with that said in mind, my background, I've been an agent for massage therapists. So when me and Joanne started talking about the whole NYBeauty Suites and this whole concept and idea, naturally she came to me and we started strategizing about how to get this going. But I couldn't do it without my partner, my purpose partner, which is Peggy Denson.
Yes, Peggy. I love that. I like that purpose partner. I got to slide that in for my husband because, we business partners too. But I never heard him say that. Purpose.
Rashidi is really amazing with words. And it was such an honor to get on board with this mission. Me having a very strong sales background, I was able to find different entrepreneurs who are looking to really take the next step, and that is getting a space and getting into a creative space such as NYBeauty Suites. So this experience has been nothing short but amazing.
Yeah, you guys are doing it. I went around to see all of the different women, all the different entrepreneurs, and how excited they are and how hopeful they are for their business, for their future and everything. So tell us what with your consulting business and everything, what keeps you guys motivated? What keeps you going?
Well, I would say one of the things, there's so many things that we do. Even when we manage individuals and manage their careers and help them build their business. But one of the key things that really fits with this concept is we do what's called dream development. And what dream development is that a lot of people come to you and they have all of these dreams and ideas, but the problem with dreams is reality. And so we get them to merge the dream with the reality, get them to take all these several ideas and knock them down into 2 or 3 edible bites. And then we help them now launch it to the next level.
I love that because you're just taking it and making it more seamless. You're trimming down the fat. So I love that methodology when it comes to just working with entrepreneurs and taking their dreams and making it into a reality, right? I love that. So that's great. So I'm glad that you guys have been able to collaborate with Joanne on this project. What is your hope and your for the future of NYBeauty Suites?
Well, our hope for the future is that this will not be the first NYBeauty Suites, but this will be the mecca of the NYBeauty Suites. And we can take this model and build it out in other communities to empower small business owners and to stir up the economy and give that transfer of wealth that is so needed.
Absolutely.
Right. I love that. What is one thing that you would like to tell someone who's watching this that is in your position or maybe in a position where they're just starting their business and they need encouragement? What advice would you give them?
Well, the first thing I would say to them is stop thinking that you're successful when you make it. You're successful when you born into this world. If you wake up in the society we live in today and you have breath in your body, you are already successful. The next thing is to understand that fear was not part of your makeup. So you have to come out your shell, you have to ask questions, and you have to be able to get around individuals and listen. Not just hear, but listen. And it's nothing wrong with finding how other people did it. And as time go on and when you finally get it going, then you will start to develop and mold your own concept.
Love that. You guys, you hear out there, okay? So, where can everyone find you all? What's your social media handle?
We're definitely on Instagram at PMD Advance. Instagram, we also have a website, www.pmd Advanced Consultant, and we're here at the NYBeauty Suites, so come and find us.
I am live right now. I'm at NYBeauty Suites, and I'm excited to speak to Michelle Cador. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. It's a pleasure to have you here. I just heard a few things, but I need you to definitely tell me a little bit. You are literally like the fabric in this community, right? You've been a part of this community already, just in the city, in the area. So tell us a little bit about your company and your business and how you look to collaborate and work with NYBeauty Suites.
Sure. So, hi everyone. My name is Michelle Cador. I am the owner of The Spot NYC, which is a unique fashion boutique located over in City Point, Brooklyn, or also known as Albee Square, the old Albee Square Mall. We are home to 25 plus independent Black-owned brands, including our own. We've had about 75 brands in shop to date over the last 5 years. We also house an art gallery called Canvas, creating a new view around society, where we feature different local artists every month through art opportunities. We use our space for creative workshops, business panels, and live performances, and we partner with the mall, City Point, and downtown Brooklyn and MasterCard to host creative events for the community. I started a clothing brand called Yes I Am Inc., where I wanted to inspire and empower other people, including myself, to, dream beyond where they are and know that this is not their circumstance. They say I am are the two most powerful words for what you put after shapes your reality. So I really started manifesting my future. And through doing that and the power of connecting with your network, one of my friends connected me with an independent designer by the name of Face, of Francie Face Clothing. And I told him, you're going to be my mentor.
We have a lot of up-and-coming entrepreneurs, a lot of women entrepreneurs that's just trying to figure it out. What advice would you give them? Something that they can take with them that can, encourage them and give them hope.
Look at the resources around you, especially in this location. You have downtown Brooklyn BID, the Brooklyn Chamber. We have, Small Business, New York City Small Business Services, Business Solutions right on Bond Street, Local Development Corporation. So there are a ton of free resources available to you. So be sure to tap into that. And most importantly, you're doing what you want to do. Right? So keep your head up, keep your chin up, keep your grind going, keep focused on your dream. There are going to be times when you stumble. I was telling someone else, yesterday was when you're an entrepreneur, you have that roller coaster. Yesterday was a down day for me. I was like, I'm not getting out of bed. I just want to sleep. I'm too tired. And today I'm back.
I was that way too yesterday.
That's the beauty of being your own boss, right? And really, you want to, whatever you're doing, you want to love what you're doing and be able to create impact and create space where, as you're leaving this earth, your legacy is following on because you're doing something different from what you, even if it's just you're continuing a legacy, you're continuing to build Black excellence,
So where can we find you? How can we stay connected with you?
Yeah, sure. You can find me on Instagram at The Spot NYC, DASPOT NYC, or email me at info@thespotnyc.com, or you can come visit me over at City Point, right in the middle. You just walk straight.
I'll be coming.
Yes, come on.
I'm gonna come through.
We are The Spot NYC, right between Joy Bird and across from Beauty Amore, another Black-owned business, and we are at 445 Albee Square West. So you can visit me there, and you can also visit me at my other business, Yes I Am Inc. I'm on Instagram as well, clothing designed to inspire and empower. So, you can find me out here.
my name is Sasha. They call me Designer Hot Cocoa. I'm actually a love coach that uses fashion to heal relationships. Today, I am at Joanne's second ribbon cutting for her second space. Absolutely an honor to be here. I'm so proud of her. Joanne, you are simply amazing. I'm a love coach that actually deals with two types of things. I deal with couples when they've tried everything in their relationship and they actually don't know what to do next. They actually call me in. They call me the fixer. And then I deal with women, helping women to get in contact with their alter ego so they can learn how to tap into their power when they need to go out into the world and accomplish whatever goal it is that's on their table. I teach them to understand that the alter ego encompasses a lot of your power and you need to learn how to tap into it. So I'm going to take 2 seconds to introduce you to one of my supermodels. She's a full-figured, beautiful girl. Her name is Jasmine. Ladies, it doesn't matter what size you are. Beauty is beauty, no matter what size. Come and see us at the House of Hot Cocoa. My contact information is House of Hot Cocoa, COCOA, like the drink, at Gmail. Or you can follow me on Instagram at House of Hot Cocoa. Again, it's COCOA, like the drink.
So we are inside NYBeauty Suites, and I am a vendor here for the next 7 days. My company is called Luna Lane Clothing Brands. My name is Pajani Flurry, and I am the inventor of Convertible Panties. So Luna Lane Clothing Brands is specializing in women's wear that suits the modern, busy woman. We are doing a lot of different things. We are entrepreneurs, we're mothers, we're sisters, we are nieces, and just doing so much more than we've ever done. And we need clothing that's gonna fit that lifestyle. So I have invented convertible panties, and it's one of the greatest things because we've had the convertible bra for a long time, but not the convertible panty. And it is offering so much versatility for women. We have a 2-in-1 model, and we have a 3-in-1 model. It converts from a full panty to a thong to a G-string. Our 2-in-1 just a panty to a thong. So it is just really revolutionizing women's fashion, women's lingerie, and all of that great stuff, women's lives. Because when you convert your panty, you convert your life. You can reach out to me on Instagram, and me specifically, Brown Eyes PJ. That's brown like the color, EYEZPJ. And you can follow Luna Lane Clothing Brands at Luna Lane Clothing. And visit our website to take our survey and to vote whether you are team panty or team thong at lunalaneclothing.com.